social science class. Today we are going to discuss about politics third chapter, government. Okay, what is government? What is the role of government? That all the things we discuss in today's class. Okay, do you know what is government? Government is a type of organization which governs our country. Okay, government is a type of organization which governs our country. So, government is a type of organization which governs our country. Okay, our government, many works performed by our government. Okay, which are the works performed by our government? Let's discuss now. First one, day-to-day actions. Okay, works performed by government. First point, day-to-day actions. Day-to-day actions. That means the government has the power to take decisions on the construction of works, the construction of schools, reduce the price of things, supply of electricity. These all the things government has the power to take decisions. Okay. Next, takes action on many social issues. Takes action on social issues. This is the second point. Government has the power to take action on many social issues. Third one, protecting boundaries of our country and maintaining peace. Okay, this is the third point. Protecting boundaries. Protecting boundaries of country and maintaining peace. This is the third point. So, government has the power to protecting boundaries of our country and maintaining peace. Next, active on natural disasters. Active on natural disasters. For example, earthquake, tsunami. These all the times government provide the facilities for the affected people. That is the active on natural disasters. Last point, court and legal matter. Court is a part of government. If any person committed any crime, we will find the people in a court. It helps to ensure the justice of every individual. So, these are the important works performed by government. Day-to-day decisions, takes action on social issues, protecting boundaries of country and maintaining peace, active on natural disasters, court and legal matter. Okay, these are the works performed by our government. Okay. Next, levels of government. Our government works at three different levels. Which are the three different levels of government? First one is local level, and the second one is state level, and third one is national level. So, three levels of government are: first one is local level, second one is state level, third one is national level. These are the three levels of government. First one is local level. Local level means that government, local level means villages, towns. that means villages, towns in local government covers. And state level means it covers the entire state, that is state level governments. And national level is it covers the entire country. These are the three levels of government. Local level covers the villages and towns. State level covers the entire state. National levels covers the entire country. These are the three levels of government: local level, state level, national level. Okay. Next, laws and government. Okay. Government make laws and we follow them. Okay. Government makes law and we follow them. Government has the power to make decisions. Similarly, it has the power to enforce its decisions. Understood? Government has the power to make decisions. Similarly, it has the power to enforce its decisions. For example, we can say there is a law that says that all persons driving vehicle must have license, and we already know that. Okay, so if any persons caught driving a vehicle without license, that persons can be jailed or fined some money. This is the example of the power of government to make decisions. Okay, so what can do people if they are feeling one law is not being followed by the people? What can do people? So people can easily approach the court. Okay, for example, if a person feels they are not hired for a job because of their caste or religion, that persons can easily approach the court and the court can give orders what should be done. Okay, so this is the laws and government. Okay, next we discuss about types of government. Okay, there are three different types of government. Which are the three different types of government? First one is monarchy. Second one is dictatorship. Third one is democracy. Okay, these are the three different types of government. First one is monarchy, second one is dictatorship, third one is democracy. So first we discuss about monarchy. Monarchy means the monarch has the power to explain its actions and decisions. Monarch means king or queen, and that has the power to take decisions. So it's a group of people, but the final decision making power in the hands of king or queen or monarch. This system is monarchy system. This monarch, that means king or queen, do not have explains its decisions to people. So they making decisions. All the decision making powers in the hands of monarch. That is monarchy system. Understood? Next one is dictatorship. It's another form of government. All the people rest in the hands of one person. Okay, that system is dictatorship. That is another form of government. And third one is democracy. Let me know that India is a country of India is a democratic country. Okay, in a democracy, the government has to explain its actions and decisions to people. They do this through election. The people elected their representatives through vote. They elected their representatives. Okay, so these elected persons forms government. The government has to explain its actions and decisions to people. This is the democracy systems. So, three types of governments are monarchy, dictatorship, democracy. Monarchy is under the control of monarch. Dictatorship is a form of government. All the people rest in the hands of one person. Okay. Third one is democracy. The democracy systems, the government explain its all decisions and actions to people. These are the three important types of government. Okay. Next, democratic governments. Okay, we know that India is a country of democracy. Okay, India is a democracy. India is a democratic country. India is a democracy. This achievement is the long and eventful struggle of our Indian people. Okay, so India is a democratic country. Okay, so there are other places in the world also have struggled for democracy, and some are still struggling for democracy. Okay, democracy is the rule of people. Democracy is the rule of people. Okay, democracy is the rule of people. Democratic governments also referred as representative democracy. Democratic governments also are usually referred as representative democracies. Okay, democratic governments are usually referred as representative democracies. Okay, democratic governments are usually referred as representative democracy. What is representative democracies? In a representative democracies, people do not participate directly, but instead they choose a representative through election. That is representative democracies. Representative democracies, people do not participate directly and they choose a representatives through election. These representatives makes the decision for the entire population. That is representative democracy. Understood? So, India is a country of democracy. Democracy is the rule of people. Okay, so in a democracy, democratic governments usually referred as representative democracies. In a representative democracies, people do not participate directly, but instead they choose their representatives to make decisions for the entire population. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss about struggle for right to vote. Okay, so how the people got the right to vote? There was a struggle for the right to vote. So our topic is struggle right to vote. How people got the right to vote? Okay, there was a time when our government did not allow women and poor people participate election. Okay, women and poor people did not allow to participate their election. So, women and poor people struggled for their vote, struggled for participating election. That moment is known as women's suffrage movement. Women's suffrage movement. So, many women and poor people struggled for their vote, and this movement is known as women's suffrage movement. So, our government, earlier times, our government only allowed man and educated people to vote. Women and other poor people did not allow to participate election. So, women struggled for their vote, and this movement is known as women's suffrage movement. Okay, so the only men allowed to participate election. So women's fight against this movement is known as women's suffrage movement. Okay, in India before independence, a small minority has the right to vote. In India, a small before independence, not now, before independence, a small minority has the power to vote. So, many people, including Gandhiji, also shocked this unfairness practice. So, our freedom fighters, they demanded that all adult persons has the equal right to vote. All adults has the right to vote. This is known as universal adult franchise. Okay, so universal. This term is known as universal adult franchise. So what do we mean by universal adult franchise? All adults persons has the right to vote. This is known as universal adult franchise. So after the independence, all adults has the right to vote. Earlier times only men allowed to vote, but after the independence, our freedom fighters struggled for the right to vote, and all adults has the right to vote. This is known as universal adult franchise. Okay. Let's watch one video about our government. Okay.
Government of India. Government. The group of people with the authority to govern a country or a state is known as government. Why do we need a government? The purpose of a government is to facilitate the smooth functioning of a country's affairs and bring about an order in the overall governance of the country. The government also works towards managing the country's resources in an ethical and responsible manner. Moreover, it also protects its people from potential danger, both external and internal. India is a country of vast population and has a democratic government. India is also the world's largest democracy. The Constitution of India came into effect on 26th January 1950. This day is celebrated as the Republic Day of India. India consists of 29 states, 6 union territories, and 1 national capital territory, Delhi. The country follows the constitution according to which the government functions. The 3 branches of government are the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. System of government. Our system of governance by the Constitution is in 2 tiers. The union or the central government, the state government. Powers and duties. Both these governments have their respective areas of duties. The central government holds power in accordance with the Union List. That is foreign affairs, defense, and communications. The state government holds power in accordance with the State List. That is public health, taxation on agriculture, and local government. There are areas where both the governments can hold powers in accordance with the concurrent list. That is criminal law, marriage, and education. Union or the central government. The central or the union government resides and governs from New Delhi, the capital of the country. It has 3 branches: the central legislature, the central executive, and the judiciary. The central legislature or the parliament. The parliament consists of two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha. It is also called the upper house or the Council of States. The Rajya Sabha consists of 250 members at the most. Of these, 238 members are elected by the states and union territories. 12 members nominated by the President are persons having special knowledge or practical experience in the fields of literature, science, art, and social service. Elections to the Rajya Sabha are indirect. Members are elected by the elected members of legislative assemblies of the concerned states. The Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. It can never be dissolved. Its members are elected for a period of 6 years. The House is presided over by the Vice President of India, who is also the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. Members of Parliament, MP, have to be citizens of India, 30 years or more in age, on the electoral rolls of any part of the country. Lok Sabha. It is also called the lower house or House of the People. The Lok Sabha has 552 members. 530 represent the states, 20 represent the union territories, and 2 members are nominated by the President from the Anglo-Indian community. According to the Constitution, the term of the Lok Sabha is 5 years. The House is presided on by the Speaker. Members of Parliament, MP, have to be citizens of India, more than 25 years of age, on the electoral roll of any part of the country. The Central Executive. The Central Executive has the sole authority and is responsible for the daily administration of the state bureaucracy. It consists of the President, the Vice President, and the Council of Ministers, along with the Prime Minister as the head, to aid and advise the President. The Council of Ministers is appointed by the President on the recommendation of the Prime Minister. The Judiciary or the Supreme Court. It holds the supreme power in the judicial system of the country. One Chief Justice and all the 25 judges are elected by the President. The Indian Constitution gives the Supreme Court absolute power for enforcement of fundamental rights. The cases dealt by the Supreme Court deal with centre and state disputes and the transfer of cases from high courts. President of India. The President of India is the constitutional head of executive of the Union. He is elected by the Electoral College comprising of elected members of both the Houses of Parliament and the elected members of state legislature. He is aided and advised by the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. The President is the head of the Armed Forces of India. He nominates a small number of members of both houses. The President appoints the Prime Minister, who is the head of the majority party of the Lok Sabha and the Council of Ministers. The official residence of the President of India is called the Rashtrapati Bhavan. The Union Territories and the National Capital Territory are controlled directly by the central government. Government of India. The state government. The 28 states, 6 union territories, and the National Capital Territory of India have a provision to have their own state governments. The state legislature. The two houses of the state legislature are Vidhan Sabha or the Legislative Assembly and Vidhan Parishad or the Legislative Council. Many states of India have only one house, the Vidhan Sabha or the Legislative Assembly. The law-making body of the state is the Legislative Assembly. For each state, there are a maximum of 500 and minimum of 60 seats in the legislature. It has a term of 5 years. The members of Legislative Assembly, MLA, have to be citizens of India, more than 25 years of age, on the electoral roll of the state concerned. The state executive. In the states, the governor, as the representative of the president, is the head of executive, but the real executive power rests with the chief minister, who heads the Council of Ministers. The Council of Ministers of a state is responsible to the elected Legislative Assembly of the state. The state judiciary. High courts are present in almost all the states, with the Chief Justice at the top along with other judges. The President appoints the High Court Chief Justice as well as the other judges at the state level. The judges are appointed after consulting the Governor of the state and the Chief Justice.
Okay, did you watch the video? Very good. Okay, so what are the things we discuss in our today's class? What are the things? First we discuss about our government. What is government? Government is a type of organization which governs our country. Okay, next we discuss about works performed by government. What we discuss that? Many works performed by our government. Day-to-day decisions and takes action on social issues and active on natural disasters, protecting our boundaries and maintaining peaceful with our country, and court and legal matter. These are the important things performed by our government. Third, we discuss about what we discussed levels of government. What are the levels of government? First, local level, state level, national level. Local level means villages and towns, that covers in local levels. State level means that covers our entire state. National level means that covers the entire country. These are the 3 levels of government. Okay. Next we discuss about types of government. What are the types of governments? There are 3 types of governments. Monarchy, dictatorship, democracy. Okay, monarchy means under the control of monarch. All the power in the hands of monarch. That means king or queen. Dictatorship means the power of one person's hand. That is dictatorship. Democracy means democracy is the rule of people. Government has explained its decisions to people. That is democracy. And next we discuss about democratic government. Democratic government, what are the things we discuss? Democracy is the rule of people. In democracy, government represents representative democracies. Democratic governments usually referred as representative democracies. What is representative democracies? Representative democracies means people do not participate directly and they choose their participate to election. Okay, that is representative democracies. Last we discussed about struggle for right to vote. What are the things we discussed in struggle for right to vote? Before independence, only some minority has the right to vote. So our freedom fighters struggled for the right to vote and they demanded all the adults has the right to vote. This is known as universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means all adults has the right to vote. These are the things we discussed in today's class. Okay. So, dear children, I hope all should understood this topic well. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.